Good. All right. Good morning and second day of March. And it's beautiful, a sunny day here in Calgary. And we're just going to take all that good energy that's being offered and bring it in. So welcome to your practice. And I'll just start by taking the hands together. Good. Just, you can even listen. A little sound your hands are making. Good. Okay. And then we're going to place these hands on the thighs with the palms up, which we don't normally do after we do this. So just let them rest now. Close your eyes and let your chin gently bow. Just feel into the power, the potency in your hands. And take one more breath just like this. Staying as you are as you inhale, and as you exhale, bring these hands together in front of your heart. And you might notice there's like, oh, there's something in between my hands. What is that? That's just energy you have awoken, and you're just going to embrace that as the hands come together. And we'll pause here for one, just nice breath in, nice breath out. And anchoring into your sit bones, lengthen tall, lift your chin. And exhale as you are. And just take a nice full breath all the way in. Hold it here. Draw your belly in and up. Exhale. Release everything. Let everything drop. And we'll open practice and chant Om 3 times. Inhale. Om. And bowing your chin. Place your hands on your thighs. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay. All right, so we're going to just stay sitting for a little bit and just take off on my stuff. We're going to have the feet on the floor, the hands behind you, as we do in like this reverse hands and knees almost. And then feel free to put something underneath your hips if you need it. Good. And once we're here, I'm just going to spread the fingers, anchor the hands, and we'll just do a little bit of this cat-cow. And, you know, what's so nice about doing it in this shape is as we take the belly back, and you can kind of hang in the upper chest back area. And then you can open, the shoulders come together, you feel the shoulder blades, feel your wrists. And just moving, you know, very gently for your own practice, feeling what's happening. Good. Let's do a few more. Nice. And then we're just going to hang out in the back. So let the, you know, yourself curl back. The shoulders might move forward. The chin can drop. And then put your mind into your hands, that power in your hands. And you just press into the floor, press the heart space back. And then as you inhale, you'll reverse and we'll just come to open the chest. Maybe the head drops back or the chin stays in. Take the shoulder blades together in a nice warming way so you're not going past anything. And then I'm just going to start to sway gently side to side. And so what I'm doing is just sending the weight more into the wrists a little bit. Just rocking side to side. Good. Okay. And then we'll give our hands a little rest. I'll just come to cross-legged. Take your hands up. Oh, sweet. And then just move your wrists around a couple times. You can even give them a nice little shake. Good. Okay. we're gonna come back to that same shape. So I'll just still moving my wrists. And then we'll come back, spread your fingers. If it's too much, you know, to turn your hands different direction. And then find a nice placement in your feet. And we're gonna drop the knees over to the right. Take the left shoulder back. Maybe you turn your head to the left. And we'll just take 3 breaths like this. Good. Okay, and then we'll just come up, drop the knees over to the left, take the right shoulder back, look over your right shoulder if that's there, smile, breathe. Okay. And then we'll bring it all back. I'm gonna release the hands, bring the knees in, and just give them a hug. You might go opposite elbows here. You're gonna drop your head, take your heart space back. And then find a little bit of extra pressure so that maybe the knees push into the arms and you're pressing your back, but not taking any extra tension in your face. And then draw yourself in. Lengthen yourself tall so you come to seated. If this is too much, you know, you adjust. Just lift yourself up. And through this lift, I'm gonna lift the legs up off the floor. So the feet, not the, I guess the legs too. I'll just take my feet off the floor. I'm gonna hug them in and drop the shoulders, smile, my feet are flexed. Good. I'll take one more breath. You're balancing and then release. And I'm gonna come to sit opposite cross. So whatever you did before, switch it, come back. And then again, we'll just move the wrists around. And I'm just gonna have this little wrist stretch where we take the hands out in front, take the left wrist over the right, turn your hands so your thumbs are pointing down, and bring the hands together just like you did when you were 5 or 6 in grade 1, 2. Just take your hands forward wherever they're gonna go, but don't let it come into the shoulders. Drop the shoulders, smile. Maybe you even add the fingers just pressing into the knuckles or whatever they're touching here. Good. Nice big breath. Yes, and then we'll release. You're just gonna send these hands straight out, just exactly as you have them. Let's lift up. I'm gonna release the clasp and just bring the hands to hold each other. And take the arms up. Press the hands against each other. Breathe. So the arms might be pressing against your head. Good. And then release, take your hands all the way down to the earth. Drop your chin a little bit. Breathe. Good. And we'll do the other side. So I'm going to change the cross of the legs. We'll take the arms out in front, right wrist over the left this time. Turn the thumbs to point down, and then bring your hands, interlace them. And take it on through. And you just go wherever you go. You know, if it's nowhere, you know, depending on your, you know, God-given flexibility sometimes is a thing. So hold on to your fingers if you can go, or your knuckles if you can go a little deeper. Drop the shoulders. Breathe, smile. Feel a little bit of twisting in the wrists. Good. Take one big breath in. And as you breathe out, let the arms go straight out in front. Hands just come together and we reach straight up. And then I push the hands against each other, and that's gonna bring the arms right alongside the head. And then I'm lifting up through the sides of the waist. Breathe. Press the hands against each other. And exhale, release. Take your hands all the way down to the floor. Let your chin drop. Good. Okay, let's stretch the legs out and we'll move them around a little bit. Move your little toes. Good. Okay, we're gonna come to hands and knees for cat-cow. So take whatever you need for your hands and your knees. And I'm just giving this because I know some of you are dealing with some stuff. So, you know, if you wanna hold on to the wall and do your cat-cow here, if that's better for your shoulders, then, you know, and better for your wrists, then go ahead and do that. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll just come to hands and knees. I'm gonna spread the fingers, tuck my toes under just to open the feet. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, release the belly, lift your chin, and then press into the hands. And then as you exhale, you'll curl up. So maybe we'll just, find your own little breath pattern as you move through cat-cow. And I'm not going super fast. I'm just going very slow. You want to feel the spine moving, and if you need to adjust your knees to take them farther away or closer, then go ahead and do that. And as you continue through this cat-cow now, let's just take the focus into the tailbone. So feel the tailbone is moving up and down, and that's bringing you into each of these poses. So for the next few moments that we do this, just really let that movement be initiated from your tail. Good. Okay, we're just gonna do a few more from the tailbone. Good. Okay, and we're gonna end in cow pose. So that's with the belly dropping, the chin lifting. And from here, we'll go to child's pose. I'll put the tops of the feet down, and I'm just gonna move the hips back. And then they're gonna tuck. That's what's gonna happen. We'll come down into child's pose. So, you might be getting a nice big stretch through the arms. If that's good for you, great. If it's not good for you, great. Bring your hands in and support your head, or do something that is better. Breathe here. Good. Let's take one nice big breath in, and then breathe out. Okay, I'm gonna come back up to hands and knees, and we're gonna make it longer. So you'll walk your knees back or your hands forward, just gift yourself this very long shape. Good. Okay, then we come back to cat-cow, but we're gonna add a little bit of forward and back motion. So if you feel like, oh, I put my knees too far, you'll adjust your stance. And I'm picking up the pace just a little bit here, but you do what feels right. So I'm rocking front to back and finding the cat and the cow as best as you can. When we elongate, we change center of gravity. Good. Okay, and now I'm going to start to roll this into a circle. So I'll come forward, shift the ribs over, and then find a circling in your rib cage as you move this front to back, side to side. And just feel for yourself this little dance, and start to send the breath as much as you can into this body. Okay, I'm going to do one more in this direction, and then I'll change and start to move in the opposite direction. Use your breath, use your powers here to just move this body around, the torso around, the shoulders, the hips, everything getting a little bit of something. Good. Okay, and then come back to hands and knees. Drop your belly, lift your chin, look up. Put the tops of the feet on the floor and send your hips back. Find your child's pose again. And be wherever you need to be. Let it be, restful. If you have the arms extended, then you can plant the pads of the fingers into the floor. It's almost like you're holding on and you're just dropping back. Okay, let your forehead rest. Mine's lifted just so I can talk at you. You do what's right for you. I'll take one more big breath in. Breathe out. Come up to your hands and your knees. And from here, friends, I'm just going to take the right knee forward. And then I'll walk the left foot back. And so it's not pigeon. I just have this, it's just curled in. My right sit bone sitting on the right heel. And just here. Okay, and then you can start to come down. Maybe you come onto your forearms. Okay, now I'm just going to press out. So I have the left toes tucked under, and I'm going to press the heel back so the left leg lifts. I'm just going to breathe here. Okay, just pushing out through the left heel a little bit just to, balance yourself, stretch something. Take one more breath. Good. And then lower the left knee. Come back up onto your hands. Send the right knee back. Okay, and then here's yogi's choice, downward dog or child's pose, whichever one. And in this downward facing dog, I'm just really gonna press, I've walked my feet back. I'm a little bit longer than I normally do. And then I'm really gonna press the heels towards the floor. And as I push the heels to the floor, the thighs are engaging, they're pressing back. Okay, if you're good here, then you can drop your head, look at your feet. And then I'm gonna press into the hands and lift the head and just look forward. I'm actually lifting the chest too. Take one more breath. Good. And then we'll take the knees to the floor and do the second side. So the left knee just comes forward. And then I'll drop down onto that heel. We'll kind of press the right heel back. So the leg, come down onto your forearms too. You might do that first. And then press the right heel back. So you're really stretching through the leg that's extended. I'm just breathing here. You know, reminiscent of lying on your back and holding the knee into your chest. Good. Okay, press out through the heel. Good, okay. And then I'll lower the right knee to the floor, come back on the hands. Come up to your hands and knees, take that knee back, and then once again, yogi's choice. So downward facing dog or child's pose. And downward dog this time, let's change it. If you're in downward dog, walk your feet so they're as wide as your sticky mat. And then you'll press back from there. Good. Okay, breathing. Anchoring the heels to the floor. Okay, and then coming back to your hands and your knees. We're gonna come to sit on the tops of the feet. So unless this is no good for you, right, then you just sit however you need to. Rest your hands like we did at the very beginning of class with the palms facing up. Lengthen yourself, and then you drop your gaze, maybe down the bridge of your nose. Let your jaw drop. Your eyes are looking down. Good. Breathe here. Good. Okay. So from here, friends, you can bring your hands together at your heart. We're going to drop the hips over. Let's go first to the right side. I'm just going to turn to the side. So from here, we'll just pick them up and drop them over. And then once you're down, you can open your legs a little wider. We're going to take both hands over to the right side. And we're going to do cat-cow here. So you take your hands to the floor, your legs, however works. Press back into your cat. And then come forward into your cow. And okay, so this is the action. And you're just feel free to explore. So maybe, as you press your chest back, you might press a little bit more over to the right. And then you'll come forward. And then maybe you come back and you press a little bit more to the left and come forward. So you're just using your rib cage to almost massage the torso. As I do this, I can start to roll the ribs in a circle, or imagining I'm putting them in a circle, Just find a way here to be fluid. Let that, the left hip is going to move. So let everything just move as if you're like, imagine, I don't know, you're a mermaid on a rock doing yoga and you're just moving yourself. Good. Okay. And then we'll reverse your direction if you were circling. Let's just do a few of those. Good. Okay. And then we'll come to your center in this shape. We'll place the forearms on the floor. And we're coming to this twist here. I'm going to add the legs. So if this works, you take the bottom leg, your right leg is just going to shoot straight out. And then the left leg, I'm going to tuck the toes under and kind of send it back the way, you can't see my foot, but I'm pressing the heel back the way we did, a moment ago. Then I might walk the forearms more to the left. I could turn to the right, turn my head to the right. And I'm gonna really press out that back leg through the heel. Okay, we're gonna take this deeper. So I'll bring everything back. I'm just gonna move myself so you can see. Okay, so here's the next part of this pose is to, let me just move all my dog stuff. I'm gonna take the left hand and see if I can hold on to this foot. And I might just like hold it here. I might get to the bottom of the foot. Then I'll lie myself down and extend the right arm out. So I'm lying down. So then I find everything, you know, the back heel pressing, I'm pushing foot and hand into its place, breathing. And that top hip, which is your left hip, just notice if it's crunching forward, see if you can open it in some way, press it back. Good. Okay, and then we'll release from this. You can bring your hands back. Pick yourself all the way up, and we're just gonna take ourselves to sit. The legs are gonna open just naturally, it's what's gonna happen. And we're just gonna be here, breathe. Okay, soften your glutes. If you need to lift your knees, you know, you might find, oh, as soon as I do that, that's a lot happier. Okay, and then we'll go to the second side. So let's see. I'm gonna come back all the way over. I'm gonna come back downward facing dog. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come forward, and then you could also just make yourself into a child's pose if you like. Otherwise, I'll take downward dog, and this time I'm gonna bring my feet right together. Press the heels to the floor, thighs back. And then we'll come back to Vajrasana. So you're sitting just like the way we started this, sitting on your feet. The hands are gonna face up. You just take this moment. You can close your eyes if you like, or you drop the gaze down the bridge of the nose. That's called your drishti, where you place your gaze. Okay, and from this place of stillness, feel yourself inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Open your eyes, and we'll take the hips over to the left this time. I'm just dropping them over. Okay, and then you'll just take your hands all the way over, adjust your legs however you like. It's all good. You can go nice and wide or closer together. And then we come back to this cat-cow. So I spread the fingers, hands are on the floor, and I'm just gonna find it. Like I'm just, you know, really scrubbing the insides. That's what I think of you're doing, you know, you're creating space and breaking up places that, you know, when things get stagnant, then, you know, they start to kind of build up. And that's when we get stiff. It's all the fascia stuff. So you're just cleaning it out now. And now I'm going to start to move my ribs in a circle, or imagine that they're going in a circle. And I can feel my hips moving, the shoulders moving, my head is moving, ribs are moving. Whatever's moving for you, then, you know, that's good work. Okay, so just feel all these places you have access to here. And then we'll reverse and scrub it out in this opposite direction. And, okay, nice. All right, do one more of whatever it is you're doing. And then we're going to come to drop down onto the forearms. And you can adjust your feet however you like. Breathe here. Okay, I'm going to go deeper by extending the legs. So the bottom leg comes out, the top leg goes back. And then I see my left leg, I take the right hand, go, oh, hi foot. And maybe I'll hold the top of the foot or the bottom or not at all. You know, you're working at your own pace. Okay, once you have the foot, you might be able to lie down, extend your right arm out to the side and turn your head. Or did I change that? Sorry, left arm out to the side, you turn your head to look at it. And just find all the parts here you can still bring vibrancy into. Through the back heel, pressing foot and hand, or even just if you don't have your foot, you can still extend that leg. Smile and breathe. And then release yourself out and come up. And we're just going to come to sit again with the legs wide. So just move yourself in however you need to. Again, take your hands to the floor. Drop your chin. Breathe. I'm just going to grab a tissue. Good. Okay. Good. So from here, I'm just going to give you a moment to assess if you need to sit on a blanket or whatever it is you need to bring in for props. And just assess, what do I need? Because we're going to take the arms off the floor from here. You're just going to reach out, and you might just reach to the side. You might reach straight up. You're lifting yourself up. And so as I lift up, the heels press in. My knees come off the floor a little bit. That's okay. You can press them down or keep them lifted. Take one more breath here. And then release. Take your hands to the floor and walk yourself forward into wherever you go here. Sarah, is that the new kitty? Oh, sweet. Oh, so nice. I love it. Okay, and then wherever you are here, I'm just going to sway side to side, just to very gently get into the inner thighs a little bit. Good. Okay. All right, so staying as you are, just going to walk your hands over to the right leg, and they might just go a little bit over, you might just go a little bit, breathe. You might take the right hand all the way over and breathe. And I'm just going to incorporate all that little bit of work we've done into pressing the heels back. So I'm really extending through the heels. I'm not worried about going into maximum anything. My left arm is going to extend a little bit more just to get more stretch through the left side. And if that left hand wants to come all the way over, go for it. That's fine too. But you find your place. Maybe you have your eyes closed. You're just looking to find a stretch. And where's your breath? Good. Okay, I'm just going to walk upright. Before we do the second side, I want to give you a moment to just feel the two sides. So come back up. If you need to fold your legs in or move them around, take the time to do that. Otherwise, feel. You can close your eyes, drop your chin, or take your gaze down the bridge of your nose. Soften into your glutes, the backs of your legs. And then as you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms up. Wherever they want to go, out to the side, all the way up. Maybe you look up, lift yourself up as if you're growing right out of your pelvis. Lift up. And then exhale and take yourself down in between your legs. The hands will come wherever they need to go. The head will drop. And then we'll just come back to this swing just so you can feel, the difference between the two sides already. Good. And nice. And then when you feel ready, you walk your hands now over to the left leg, and you're just going to find your place wherever that is so that you get a stretch through the right side of your waist or any place else you're feeling it. That's where you should be feeling it, as long as you can smile and breathe. So if you want to take that right hand all the way across over, you can do that. We'll just breathe here. Good. Take one more breath. Okay. And then release and just come back up to center. And I'm just going to rest here. Maybe keep your eyes closed or your head dropping. Just feel all that good stuff. Good. Okay, bring your legs into Badakanasana, so soles of the feet together. I'm not going to prop up, but if you need to, do that. And just take a moment to just rub your feet. And just give them a little warm up, a little bit of love. Do the inseam of the legs all the way up to the pelvis and all the way down, just massaging this inseam. Good. Okay. All right, I'm going to take twist here, and I'm going to stay in Badakanasana. You're welcome to go to cross-legged, or even just dropping the, let's say, the right leg, or the right leg we'll have in front, or you stay here. Okay, so whichever one. I'm going to keep the right hand behind. Take the left arm all the way across, and it might just hold the feet as I turn, you know, because now the knee's a little farther than it is normally. So you see, turn. And you can also take that hand all the way over to the knee if you like. Good. Inhale. And let that breath go. Stay here. Good. Inhale. And as you release, if your left hand is anywhere else, bring it up to your knee, even if the knee has to lift. And I'm going to take the right hand across and catch hold of the left knee. So I have the arms crossed. Yeah, and I'm just going to start to open the knees out, drop my head. I'm coming into this version of cow pose. So I'm taking the heart back, pressing the knees into the hands. Breathe. Good. Okay, and then you can release your hands to the floor. Maybe you stretch your legs out, move your feet. And then we'll go second side. So again, I'm going to come to Badakanasana, but if you're doing the second side, take your left foot in front of the right. Okay, and then we'll have the left hand behind. The right hand might start on the outside of the foot. And you can press that away, turn. Breathe. And then if you want more crunch, you're going to take that right hand over to the left knee. It gets very crunchy when I do this. So, you know, be wherever you need to be. Honor yourself, honor your twist, honor your practice. Take a full breath in. And same thing, as we release, I'm going to grab that knee, even if it's way up here. Take the hand, grab your opposite knee. So hopefully the cross is different. And then start to press the knees out. You take your heart space back, drop your chin. Breathe. You know, all that flossing and brushing we do on the insides, now we use the breath to just smooth everything out, move it all around. Good. Okay, and then we'll release this again. I'm going to come back to that very first pose we did. Just going to take the hands behind, come back, separate your feet nice and wide. Open your heart up, take the shoulders back, and now drop both knees over to the right. Turn to the left, take the left shoulder back. Good, breathe. And then inhale, everything to center, and exhale, opposite side. You pull the right shoulder back, look over, breathe. Good. Okay, come back to center. We're going to take the hands, release them. I'm just going to hug the knees in. Now you have a general cross that you do, so switch it. So it's like you're coming into the second side of this pose. And then take your heart back, press the knees into the arms hold back, and your head is just so relaxed, your jaw is relaxed. Good. Okay, pull the knees in, lengthen yourself upright. Okay, again, I'm going to prepare to lift the feet up off the floor. If that's there for you, great. You know, I'm going to take it for the legs wide just for fun because I'm balancing on the, not on the sacrum, I'm balancing on my sit bones. But you could lean back if you need to. And then we fall, too much instruction. So you find your place here. Maybe the legs stay bent and press out, or you lift up, or you keep one hand on the floor and do one leg at a time. If that's better, take one more breath here. Good. Okay, I'm going to release into cross-legged, and I'm coming back to downward facing dog, just so you know. So I'm going to roll over and just send the legs back. I was a little close to the wall. Nice jump. Great. Okay, wherever you are, find your place here. Or in child's pose, all fine. And I'm gonna walk the hands back towards the feet and find a forward fold. So if you're in child's pose, you know, just find your way here. Drop in. Backs of the legs are already open. Good. One more breath. Okay, preparing to come all the way up. So press into your feet, open your arms out to the side, maybe like a little airplane, and then come all the way up, reach up. Bring your hands together at your heart. Okay, we're gonna pause here. Let the dizziness move itself out or whatever it is that we need. Take a moment or two. Good. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna bring the knee in and just hug it in standing. If you need to use a wall, find a wall. And so we'll start, I'll just let the arms drop, rock front to back on your feet, and then feel the right foot into the floor. You'll shift your weight over, so you put the hands on the hips. You're gonna lift the left knee up and then interlace the fingers, see if you can grab it and pull it in. So you're flexing the foot, pushing down into your standing leg. Breathe here. Where's your drishti? Where's your gaze? Look at something that's not moving. Good. I'm gonna take one more breath. And then I'm gonna release, but I'm gonna grab the foot behind. So the right hand can come onto your hip or you hold your wall and then you take that foot behind. And I'm just gonna hold it here. And if this doesn't work, you know, like I'm gonna take the other hand behind, interlace the fingers and hold on. Then I bring the knees together, press that knee to the floor. You know, you modify this for yourself. I'm just pulling it in, finding the balance, breathing. Take one more breath. Leg, I'm going to tree pose. So if you need to use the wall, do it. Grab hold, bring that foot in. Maybe it goes up high, maybe it goes low. And breathe into your balance, to your shakiness. Use your hands, arms out or down. Lift yourself. Good. Okay, I'm going to release by bringing the hands to the heart, and then I'm going to step this left foot out. How fun was that? Okay, so now you just have a comfortable stance. You're going to inhale, reach up. Now as you exhale, take the hands back to the hips and start to fold at the hips. So you're folding, I say hips, but it's really like the hip crease. You're folding down and then you'll release the hands to the floor. We don't have a super wide stance. That might be good, or you adjust. I'm going to turn the head to look at the right foot, bend the left knee and shift the weight over to the left. Okay, so it's not a huge stance, but it could be. Good, and then reverse. Take your head, look over to the left, shift over to the right. Good, and we'll just do one more time each side. So if you need blocks, I should have said that, but hopefully you're taking care of yourself using your props. Good, okay, and then we're just gonna fold down. So I'm gonna heel toe my feet a little wider apart. Make sure your feet are as parallel as possible, and then fold down in between your legs. You can use your hands, you can use your forearms, you know, whatever works. Feel like you're dropping your head. And if you feel like, oh, I'm not even folding, put a little bend in your knees, see if that helps. Okay. Good. Nice. Okay, and then place your hands. Lift your head and your heart, so you come to this halfway. I'm going to draw the belly in, take the heart back, as if I'm pushing into cat pose up to the sky. Then take your hands to your hips, and inhale, rise up. Okay, remember how we got here? So if you're using the wall, you might just step your feet closer to the wall. I'm going to take my right foot over to the left. So hands together. Bring it over. Okay, pause. Breathe. Okay, so we're going to do that same thing. I'm going to balance on the left foot, bring the right knee in. If If you need your wall, do it. Change the interlace of your fingers. If you're wobbling, you know, sometimes that's great because that is the body learning, you know, the ankle learning. Okay, power through the left leg, flex the right foot, smile, and squeeze the thighs towards each other. Good. Take one more breath. Okay, and now I'm just going to take that foot and bring it behind. So I could even take the left hand to the hip for a moment. See if I can grab that foot. And then maybe the left hand's going to come back. And I'll hold the foot with both hands. Press the knees towards each other and press that knee to the floor. Take your belly in. Open. You know, your drishti, your gaze can look down, can look up, look straight ahead. Take one more breath. And then we're going to move it to tree pose. So do what you need to do to find your tree, you know, wherever it goes. And then you can add your arms. Breathe and smile and enjoy the imbalance, the wobbling, enjoy it all. You're doing the work. Good. Take one more breath. Then bring your hands together. And again, I'm going to step this foot nice and wide. Okay, so now we're not super wide. Take the hands to your hips. Anchor your legs. I'm going to inhale, now sweep up. And as you exhale, open the arms back out. Take hold of your hips and start to fold right into the hip crease. You fold, whether the knees are bent or straight. You fold until you take the hands to the floor. Come back to that swing side to side a few times. Good. Okay. And then coming to center. From here, I'm going to take the right hand and catch hold of the left, outer ankle. And so you might heel toe your feet together because the left hand is going to grab the right outer ankle. So you have the arms crossed like we did before. Then you can play with the stance. Once you have it, you might go wider, more narrow. You might bend your knees. Just drop in here, find a little bit of cat pose. So you're pressing up. Maybe the thighs are pressing out. One more breath. Good. Okay, I'm going to sneak the right arm straight out and just reach it straight in front of you. Put the fingers on the floor. Okay, so you have the left hand holding the right ankle and the right arm is straight ahead. I'm going to bend into the left knee, shift the hips over to the left. See if I can look, underneath the right arm, or you look straight ahead, whatever works. Shift your ribs over like you're doing, circular cat-cow. Shift your ribs to the left. Good. Okay, come back to center with the legs. Take the right arm now in front of the left arm. Catch hold of that left ankle again. Breathe here. Good. Okay, then we're going to sneak the left arm out, and you'll just extend the left hand straight ahead, fingers on the floor. Okay, and then you shift yourself over to the right. So you bend the right leg, let the hips shift to the right. Maybe you look underneath your left arm. I'm actually lifting the left arm to look underneath it. Find your little place here. Breathe. You can shift the ribs over to the right. And then release. Take your arms out. We do this little wide-legged. Your legs aren't super wide, but walk your hands forward. Take this little downward doggy variation. So the feet are on the floor. Arms are stretching forward. Good. I'm going to take this to Malasana Squats. So you can heel toe your feet a little closer. You bend your knees. You're going to sit down. If this works, throw a bolster or something underneath your heels if you need to. You can keep your hands on the floor. You might be on your toes. I'm just going to find cat pose. So I take the heart back. I'm just leaning my weight back, dropping the head a little more, maybe working the arms down the legs a little bit. Now I'm going to squeeze the knees into the arms and start to lift my head. Maybe your hands stay on the floor. Maybe they come together here at your heart. And breathe. Okay, I'm coming to hands and knees-ish. So I'll take the hands to the floor, walk the hands forward, and you guys all know this. I'm not going to let the knees touch the floor. I'm just going to rock front to back here. And you do whatever, make this your own. Good. Do one more. Good. And then I'm going to let the hips come all the way down like I'm sitting on the floor. So, do whatever you need to do. Maybe you stretch the arms, hips come down. And once you're down, just let your legs come out. You move your feet. I'm going to come back to Badakanasana, and that's the soles of the feet together, knees open. So I'll give you a moment, if you need to prop up, be kind and loving. Do what you need to do. Good. Okay, and then we'll take it to forward fold here. So again, maybe I'll reach the arms up. If this works for you, great. Press the feet together, reach up. I'm going to take 2 more breaths, just lengthening. Good. And then as you're ready, you'll just let your hands come down to the floor. If you want to sway like we did before and kind of rock yourself in, that's fine. And if you just want to fold in, that's fine too. And just releasing yourself, we're coming to the end of our practice. So just release what you can here. Let the hips open. When we sit like this, we're opening the whole pelvic floor. So even just taking that idea that, I'm creating all this space deep within. Good. Okay. And then slowly press yourself upright. And we can bring the knees together. Maybe give it a little hug. Kiss your knees. And maybe you want to balance. One more, and then maybe we try this where you hold the feet. You can do one at a time, right? Or maybe both. You just kind of lift yourself up. This is a fun party trick, right? Think how popular you'd be at parties if we went to parties. Which, even if it wasn't pandemic, I probably still wouldn't go to parties. I don't know. Okay, bring your feet together. Good. All right. So before we come onto your backs, I'm assuming you have a strap, and if you don't have a strap nearby, then just grab a scarf or something. And if you don't have any of that, you're fine too. You can do what we're going to do without it. I'm just going to make a really, really big loop so that when we come onto our backs while you're sitting, maybe I know that we've done this in class and a lot of you know this. So I'll just take the strap around the feet here and then just open the feet super wide. That's what we're going to do. And then I might even grab hold of the strap and do this little bit of a child's pose here. So I just pulled it behind my head. So it's a very big strap. Okay, so you'll decide. All right, so once you've done that, then we'll come onto the back and I'll put a blanket down because we're getting very close to Shavasana time. So I'll just put this here, and if you want to put your socks on or your sweatshirts on, do all of that. And then once you come onto your back, then we'll just slide the strap in so you can rest with those. So I just put the strap around the feet. You can't really see, but there it is. And then I'll just let the legs go upright. And, I call us driving the bus a little bit. You can just rock your hips or you move side to side. Let's kind of play here. I'm going to let the arms rest for a few moments. Feel free to do whatever you like here. I'm really pushing the feet into the straps, and then I'm just going to rock the legs around like you're driving the bus. Again, might go forward and back. You could even, if this is not happy for you, and we are at the end of class, and you want to scooch a little closer to the wall, let your heels rest to the wall, then that's beautiful too. So I'm just going to imagine I'm resting into the wall so I can relax the whole back line of the body. Take one more breath. Good. Okay, now I'm going to take my hands. I'm going to grab both straps, and it could just be one. I'm going to bend the knees, and then I'll take my head. I'll just pop this behind my head. If this is too deep and you just do one strap, you know, it's going to give you more room to make it not as crunchy. So one strap or both straps behind your head. And then I'll just let the arms rest. I'm going to press the feet a little bit, just enough to find, you know, engagement. And my head is lifted. And then just drop in. So the feet are kind of doing the work. The hip crease is taking something. But I'm breathing and smiling, enjoying. Good. Okay, now if you're still here with me, I'm just going to add pushing the right foot more than the left, so my head will turn, and then the left foot more than the right, like I'm taking my head for a little ride. So as you do that, you might feel, oh yeah, your head's just kind of turning naturally. Hopefully that's happening. Good. Okay, and then I'll come to center. I'll use my hands to take the straps out from behind the head. And I'm just going to hold the straps, take the legs back up, and just let the, as if the feet want to drop away from you, but your hands are going to hold the strap. And breathe here. Again, if your legs are bent, it's all fine and lovely. We're just taking this little bit of active legs up. So I'm just holding the middle of the strap. I'm holding both straps. But whatever you're doing is great. If it's just one part of the strap, that's great. Good. Okay, nice. All right, and then I'll just, I'm going to slide the strap off, hug the knees in, and then I'll take the feet to the floor. And maybe a little windshield wiper might feel really nice here, just rocking the knees side to side, letting the hips, you know, find this bit of release. And okay, so we're at that place, right, where we're going to move into Shavasana. If you feel you want something else, you want to do a little thread the needle, or you want to put your hips on a block even, like whatever you want to do here. Or if you're just ready, you know, that's fine too. So you take a few moments to just honor, play, invite in your own little, what do I need practice for a few moments. And whatever you're doing, it's yours. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab my bolster, and I'm going to place that to support the legs. And I have another blanket here for my head. And if you need a blanket to cover yourself, and take your time. Oh, so nice, beautiful, yes. I love it. Okay, take your time, honor what you need. Okay, so just as you're getting in, I'm just see some of you just getting in, some of you are there already. Take a nice big breath in, fill yourself up, hold it at the top, and exhale that breath. You're sinking in, and then just let that be the invitation. Let everything be heavy. Feeling yourself breathing, yourself being breathed. At the very, very beginning of class, we rubbed our hands together and then we lay them on the thighs and just let that energy in the hands be felt. So just maybe tuning into what you feel in your palms or anywhere else. And let that be the image of resting into your own power, your own energy, your own compassionate presence. Soften your eyes, your third eye. Just giving the thinking mind an opportunity to be in this rest. Melt any tension at the back of your head, the back of your heart. You know, all the energy in your legs also grounding you. And the energy in your feet. Rest into the support of your floor. Releasing any places that you're still holding. Choosing to stay in your rest for longer, or beginning to just deepen your breath as that invitation of waking up. And just following the path, the journey, whatever order it takes you in. Just feel you can gently awaken yourself, you know, like rebirth almost. Just embracing and feeling. When you're ready to make your way onto your side, just staying there for a breath or two before you make your way up to seated. Take your time. Okay. So when you get to seated, or if you're not coming to seated, that's fine as well. Just once we're here, I'm going to take the hands and just very gently, slowly rub them together, just maybe 3, 4, 5 times. And then just rest the hands once again, as we did at the very beginning. Just dropping your chin and feeling into your own stillness, your own presence, and the energy around you. And inhale. As you exhale, bringing these hands together with great reverence in front of your heart, bowing your chin. As you inhale, lengthen tall, and exhale, stay here. And we'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And into that, we'll send one Om. Inhale. Bowing your chin, Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Put in all your loving kindness, good energy, whatever else you need into there. And then lift your chin, open your eyes and offer this. Yes, offer it. Bathe in it. And we'll bathe it out. With my magic hands. There we go. Wow. All right. Thank you, friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you for playing yoga. Yes, so much love in my heart. Thank you. We'll see you soon.